Yo, how's it going? So, what I want to talk about in this video is why you may not want to be a software engineer. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, this channel is just basically me giving advice to my younger self, and I know a lot of people are in the same position, so I hope it helps. And that's really the only fucking point of this channel, to be honest. So let's get started. Um, so just for a little bit of background, when I was in high school, God, fucking 10 years ago now, so a long time. Um, I didn't graduate high school on time. So I was a terrible high school student. At that time, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. And after that, I went to college, did some general studies, failed those, failed a few, actually one course, I guess I failed there. The rest I barely passed. And where I was at that time, I'd started studying actually criminology afterwards, and I did decent in that degree. But I thought I wanted to be a cop, but then it looked stressful as shit, to be honest, and like not a fun time. So then I was like, all right, I gotta find something else that actually, pays decent, has good work-life balance, etc. And I'm sure you've all seen the posts of these software engineers who are like, yeah, I'm 16 years old making 500K. So I'm like, shit, all right, this looks good. Let's go to that. But also, I've always kind of just been like a bit of a nerdy, techie type of person. So I thought it was just part of my personality. And I was so overwhelmed and intimidated when I started it because, like I said, I've never been a good student. It's not like I've been really strong in any subject, let alone math or all this like complex computer science shit. But regardless, I pursued computer science. It was a lot of hard work. It was brutal, honestly, especially at the start. I felt like a total dumbass. And then, as I was even, trying to get my foot into the door, I had imposter syndrome through and through and through the whole time. Like, am I smart enough to do this? Will I be able to do this? And it just so much hard work. I couldn't even tell you. I was like taking like IQ tests, because I was watching these videos like, oh, you need this much IQ to be a software engineer, and I was like fucking taking online IQ tests to see if I have the IQ. But anyway, long story short, worked really hard. Also got lucky because I graduated around the COVID kind of tech boom. So a lot of companies were hiring at that time. Got hired by a company, and it's been interesting ever since. So let me talk about that. Now, the main point I hope to make in this video, if you don't want to watch the whole fucking video, the main point I hope to make in this video is that yes, tech is super awesome in many ways, but if you're not genuinely passionate about it, I don't think it's something you should do. And you'll see why in a second. So I got into tech just because of money, like I'll be honest. Like just because of money, but also, like I said, I've always been a kind of tech and nerdy person. I've kind of grown up around computers. So it was my passion. I just wasn't aware of it. One second. So what I did when I first got my first job, and just for the first few years, my mindset was very just money focused and like climbing the corporate ladder, all that stuff. And while I was making good money, especially compared to where I was, I mean, before that job, I was making like maybe 15, 20 an hour, and that job right out of college was in the six-figure range, which was a massive jump. But I I was working so hard trying to climb this corporate ladder, and honestly, I was miserable because while tech is something I enjoy, it's just that specific work wasn't really the most enjoyable for me, and that's for someone that again enjoys tech. And still, I was feeling very unfulfilled and very kind of empty, you could say, with it. Long story short, I'm still in tech. I've since switched companies, and now I'm in a position where I'm enjoying it more. But actually, I have like a lot of tech work I do outside of my job, which maybe I'll talk about sometime, which also makes me money. And that is just like, I genuinely just fucking love that work. I love that work. I love doing it. I look forward to doing it. And this is the point I'm trying to make. When I was all like money, I didn't even like, I made good money, don't get me wrong, but it from the salary that I had started with, my progression hadn't really been that much. Once I got like in, even though I was working so hard, the salary was not scaling with how hard I was working. And again, I was feeling miserable. But when I started, again, maybe I'll talk about what I'm doing now in another video sometime, but when I started doing things in tech that I actually found enjoyable, I actually found interesting, that I was actually passionate about, my money got better, my mental health around everything got better as well, because I wasn't feeling like I'm just fucking on this hamster wheel trying to grind and doing shit I don't actually enjoy. So as far as others who are imploring the tech world, who are like, oh, this software engineering shit looks cool, people are making money, I want to get in on the action, my only honest to God genuine advice for you is, I know the stuff looks good. I know you see the day in the life of like those Netflix motherfuckers who are like, yeah, today I had a dinner buffet, and they're just like, they just fucking eating buffets and they work for like 5 minutes a day. That those jobs probably exist somewhere. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to get that job. I hope you're lucky enough to get that job. But even if you are lucky enough to get that job, I think it'll be a lot more miserable than you think it is. It will be better than if you're just working some shit job you hate right now. Of course, it's better to, compared to a job you fucking hate with less money, doing a job you fucking hate that makes more money. Obviously, more money is better. But the point I'm trying to make to you is, there's something that you're passionate about and that you're good at, that you will be happy doing, that can also make you boatloads of money. And rather than just trying to follow the newest trend, today it's tech, the 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now, maybe something else that just happens to pay well. Instead of doing that, think about what is it that you really enjoy doing. Think about what is it that you have fun doing. Think about what it is that you're genuinely passionate about, and pull on that string. Again, you can, if you're a stubborn motherfucker like I was, when I was working, I was working in a call center. I hated that shit so much. I was like, I just want to fucking get out of this. So then you can just kind of grind up the wall like I did and work really hard, even if it doesn't, bring you any sort of happiness or anything. And, that's an option. And I still believe you can be successful that way. But I just wonder if you'll also do that, spend whatever 2, 3, 4 years, and then look back at it and then be like, oh shit, that was kind of a miserable 2 to 4 years. Even though I got to my end goal, that kind of sucked. And I feel like you can still get to that end goal of having a job that pays you enough money to do what you enjoy in life. But you can also find the intersect between that and having it be something that you're passionate about and that you enjoy doing. So hopefully at least some of that made sense. But please, any comments, anything, or questions, drop them in the comments. Always happy to help. And I look forward to hearing it. If you're trying to get into tech, whatever, let me know. I hope I can help out. And that's the video.